Welcome back everyone, and Merry Christmas. It's December 13th, so let's see what Diamine has given us behind door number 13. This one is called Weeping Willow, and oh look, it's a standard ink. I've been really impressed with the standard inks this year so far, so let's take a look. I'm going to swatch this one on my coloring, on Iraful, and on Midori. Huh. This ink is sort of watery. It dries down to a nice color though, and look at that cool shading. It looks like we get some pinkish areas surrounded by green borders, and that's pretty cool. I really like this one, although I'm afraid it's going to be too light for everyday writing. We'll see. There's a pretty dramatic difference between the coloring swatch and the Iraful, which is much cooler in tone and has that powdery finish that we get sometimes with these Japanese papers. But the borders around the pinkish area are also darker. On the Midori, the colors are very similar to the coloring, but the shading is a little bit stronger, I think. I don't have any other inks that are really like this as far as I know. I thought that this Birmingham Basil Pesto looked pretty close in person, but under the lights here, it's much more green. And this Treasured Manuscript is just plain tan. This Dusted Truffle was in a previous Inkvent Calendar, but it's not very similar either with all that glitter. I did a writing sample on some Iraful paper and also on some Clairefontaine. On the Iraful, there was some nice strong shading. Maybe strong enough to make the ink hard to read, in fact. On the Clairefontaine though, it's more legible, and there's still some decent shading. The color is a little cooler than I expected when I write with it. And the color really reminds me of when I was a little kid. My dad and grandpa would take me along when they went pheasant hunting in eastern Montana, and we'd spend the day walking around these dry, dead fields and patches of snow, waiting for the dogs to find some birds. So I tried to capture a bit of that in this little painting. And that's it for today. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow with another new bottle of ink.